75 years after he was kidnapped to North Korea, these sisters still hope to see their brother. Seoul, South Korea CNN. Min Young-jae has not seen or heard anything about her eldest brother for 75 years. He was 19 and she was only 2 when, during the early days of the Korean War, he was kidnapped to North. We were known in the neighborhood as the Happy Family, the now 77-year-old told CNN as her older sister Min Jong-ja nodded in agreement. Their peaceful days were shattered on June 25, 1950, when North Korea invaded the South. The 3-year war would kill more than 847,000 troops and about 522,000 civilians from both sides and tear apart more than 100,000 families, including Min's. After the war, the family kept the rusting doors of their tile-roofed house open in hopes that their eldest would one day return. But over time, barbed wire has been installed between the two Koreas and the modern apartment complex has replaced the house. Though 75 years have passed without a single word about or from the brother, Min and her siblings remain hopeful that they will hear about him someday, or if not him, then his children or grandchildren. A happy family. The family lived in Dangnim village, nestled between green mountains on the western side of Chuncheon City, nearly 100 kilometers northeast of Seoul. It was the village of a chirping bird, streaming water, and chugging tractors. It was also dangerously close to the 38th parallel, which divided the peninsula after World War II. The youngest child, Min Young-jae, left, and the fifth child, Min Jong-ja, talked about their kidnapped sibling on May 30. A family photo taken in 1959, years after the eldest brother had been taken away and the second brother died. Min Young-jae, the youngest of 7, does not remember fighting with any of her siblings growing up, only sharing tofu that her parent made, splashing in the stream and being carried around on her eldest brother's shoulders. Handsome, kind, and smart, Min Young-son was studying at the Chuncheon National University of Education, following in the footsteps of his father, the principal of Dangnim Elementary School. His nickname was Math Witch. He excelled in math. Even his classmates called him Math Witch. Min Jong-ja, the fifth child of the family, said. Some days students followed him all the way home as he commuted by a train and boat, asking him to teach math, the sisters recalled. The sisters remember Min Young-son as the caring brother. They caught fish and splashing in the nearby stream, now widely covered with reeds and weeds and almost out of water. We grew up in real happiness, Min Jong-ja said. Thrown apart, living near the frontier between the newly separated Koreas, backed by the rival ideological forces of communism or capitalism, Min's family was among the first to experience the horrors of the Korean War. When Kim Il-sung's North Korean troops invaded, Min Jong-ja remembers seeing her grandmother running in tears with a cow in tow, screaming, "We're in a war." We all spread out and hid in the mountains because we were scared. One day we hid in 4-year-old Young-jae in the bushes and forgot to bring her back because we had so many siblings. When we returned that night, she was still there, not even crying, Min Jongja said. Stream in Dangling village nestled between green mountains covered in weeds. While the family was running in and out of the mountains, taking shelter from the troops coming from the north, Min Jong-sun was kidnapped, taken to the north by his teacher. The teacher gathered the smart students and hauled them away. He took several students, tens of them took them to the north, Min Jong-ja said. It is unknown why the teacher would have kidnapped the students to the North Korea, but the South Korean government assumes that Pyongyang had abducted South Korea to supplement its military. People called the teacher a commie, Min Jong-ja said. The Min Jong-jae's father was the principal of the Donglim Elementary School seen here in June 13, now reprinted and modernized. The Min family used to live in the official residence at the back of the Donglim Elementary School, now changes into the rest area for teachers. That uh, heart attack was soon followed by another, the death of the second eldest brother. He died of shock and pain, in deep sorrow from the kidnap of his brother, according to the sisters. The grief was huge. Our parents lost two sons. Imagine how heartbreaking that would be, Min Jong-ja said. For their father, the pain of losing two sons were overwhelming. He developed a panic disorder, she said, and would struggle to walk for the rest of his life. He couldn't go outside. He stayed home all the time, and because he was hugely shocked, he struggled going through day-to-day life. So our mom went out to work and suffered a lot, Min Jong-jae said. The mother jumped into the earning a living for the remaining five children and her husband. Still, every morning she prayed for Min Jong-sun, filling a bowl with pure water as part of the Korean folk ritual, and leaving the first scoop of the family's rice, serving that day in the bowl for the son, whom she believed would return one day. She couldn't move a house in case the brother cannot find his way back home. She wouldn't let us change anything of the house, not even the doors. That's how she waited for him. We waited for so long, and time just passed, Min Jong-ja said. The family's main tile-roofed house in Chuncheon has been replaced with the modern apartment complex seen here in June 13. The pain continues. Min Jong-ja was 80 years old when the war started, but witnessed brutality that would overwhelm many adults. So many kids died. When I went out to the river to wash clothes, I occasionally saw bodies of children floating, she recalled. She remembers witnessing North Korean soldiers lining up people in the barely field and shooting at them with some submachine guns. Then one by one they fell on the barely field. I saw too much. At one point I didn't even know if the soldier was a South Korean or North Korean, but I saw beheaded remained. The Min family is one of the many torn apart by the war. More than 134,000 people are still waiting to hear from their loved ones believed to be in the North Korea, which is now one of the world's most reclusive states, with the travel between the two countries nigh on impossible. Years after the Korean War, the two Koreas discussed organized reunions for the separated families that have been identified from both sides through the Red Cross and both governments. The first reunion happened in 1985, more than 30 years after the ceasefire agreement was signed, and the annual reunions kicked off in 2000, when many first-hand war victims were still alive but occasionally hurted when tensions escalated on the peninsula. Once the two governments agree on the reunion date, one of the two Koreas select families, prioritizing the elderly and immediate relevant, then shared the list with the other, which would cross-check the family on each side to confirm the list of around 100 members. The selected families would meet at a office specifically built for reunions on the mountain Kumgang Resort in North Korea. It means siblings applied to the Red Cross at least 5 times and listed themselves under the South Korean government as the separated family, but there was never any word on their brother's whereabouts from the other side. As 75 years passed, the siblings grew up, got married, and formed their own families, but questions about their stolen brother linger. Even worse, the annual reunions of separated families have been halted since 2018 following failed summit between US President Donald Trump and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un in Hanoi, while first-hand victims of war age and pass away. The Kumgang Resort was dismantled by the North in 2022, also amid strained tensions. But the siblings, following their parents' wishes, still hope to connect with Min Young-soon, who would now be 94 years old. My brother Young-soon, each already been 75 years, Min Young-jae said into a CNN camera, taking her glasses off so that he would recognize his sister's face. It's been a long time since we're separated, but I would be so grateful if you were alive, and if you are not, I still love you. To meet your children, I want to share the love of the family, remembering the happy days of the past. I love you, thank you. She and the siblings remembered the kidnapped brother by singing his favorite song, Thinking of My Brother, the children's song about the brother that never returned. My brother, you said you would come back from Seoul with the silk shoes, Min Young-jae sang, while her sister wiped away tears.